with me. Sami USO, do. Sami USO, do. Finally, 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 the OG Bloodline is back and reunited, and it feels so good. And for the first time since the Royal Rumble 2023, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, and the original tribal chief, the OTC, the only tribal chief, in my opinion, is back on the same page. And they are going to be taking on Solo Sikoa, Angaloa, Tommy Tunga, as well as Jacob Fatu in War Games, folks. War Games is here. All Bloodline War Games, and we are going to have a 4-on-4 fight that WWE, if you really think about it, has been building since the end of WrestleMania 40 when the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, stood tall over the Tribal Chief and finished his story. This was my initial prediction at Survivor Series, even going back to, again, when Cody Rhodes defeated Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. I thought eventually Roman Reigns would come back. Now, I thought he'd come back and maybe we'd fight Cody and we would get, Roman Cody down the line somewhere. But after we saw what Solo Sikoa did, turning on Jimmy Uso, the Friday Night SmackDown after WrestleMania 40, the motions here were set in stone. And now, obviously, with four Bloodline members for Solo's team, four Bloodline members for Roman Reigns' team, we have a showdown in War Games. It's going to be very interesting to see how WWE books this, considering the fact that obviously Solo Sikoa pinned Roman Reigns to my shock at Crown Jewel. WWE has been wanting to push Solo Sikoa and this new bloodline as a bloodline unit that is together. Unlike obviously the OG bloodline that now has individual egos. We've seen Jey Uso break out, win the Intercontinental Championship. We know Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns are not always on the same page. But as Sami Zayn said on Friday Night SmackDown, he knows deep down that Roman Reigns loves his bloodline, and he knows deep down that even through all the battles and wars, even though Sami and Kevin Owens took the Undisputed Tag Team Championships from the Usos at WrestleMania 39, that Roman Reigns loves Sami Zayn. And so that sets up this incredible war again with a new bloodline that's more vicious, that's together, that doesn't care about morals. This is the bloodline that took out Paul Heyman. And I'm very curious to see at which point does Paul Heyman get back into this picture because, I think Roman still doesn't trust Jey, obviously. I don't think he still trusts Sami Zayn. And it seems like to me he is aloof with Jimmy, where Roman has been essentially since WrestleMania 40 a chief without a tribe. Um, by the way, for any of you Survivor fans out there, I was thinking about this the other day that I wish someone sometime would just say they are the tribal chief of their tribe. But at this point, Roman Reigns is a chief without a tribe. And I just wonder that, his bullying, his manipulation, his realizing that he does not control WWE anymore, that he does not even control Jimmy Uso. Does that lead for Paul Heyman, the wise man, to get back into the corner of Roman Reigns, for Roman Reigns to get back to his winning ways? That could be where we go in this scenario. Again, I always thought Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns could be for the Undisputed Championship. You could do it on Saturday night's main event. You could do it at the first Raw on Netflix, but I still feel like that match needs to happen. And it doesn't seem like that's the direction they're going. Now, what I'm very interested to see here when it comes to this War Games match is not only who's going to win, because I think, again, you could go with both sides of it. I think whoever takes the fall absolutely matters. But will it stay 4-on-4 or will it be 5-on-5? There's a lot of speculation out there that Cody Rhodes, I always thought, there's more Bloodline members out there that Solo could add another Bloodline member. Cody Rhodes becomes the fifth member of the OG Bloodline team. You'll see Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes on the same team again, the same way they were at Bad Blood. There's also a scenario out there where they do the 5-on-5 and Cody is added to Team OG Bloodline. The other member added to the new Bloodline will be Kevin Owens, who obviously has turned heel, took out Randy Orton last Friday night with a pile driver, a move that has been banned in WWE for years. And I thought Orton did a fantastic job selling it, by the way. But Kevin Owens has been on this vindictive rampage with the Bloodline for the last 40 years. And Kevin Owens also, is upset that he lost that undisputed championship match to Cody Rhodes, Queen, fair and square in the middle of the ring at Bash in Berlin because he did not have that killer instinct. Well, Kevin Owens thinks obviously Cody Rhodes is going crazy. We saw him attack him in the parking lot via fan footage at the end of Bad Blood. He's taken out Randy Orton. Now, if Sami Zayn rejoins the bloodline, the exact bloodline that him and Kevin Owens helped rekindle their friendship over, the same exact bloodline where they won the undisputed tag team championships, as I mentioned in the main event, which is a big deal for a tag team title match to main event of WrestleMania. That was all about what WrestleMania 39 was about. And here we are going into WrestleMania 41 in 5 short months, and it's still an issue. I don't see a way where Kevin Owens doesn't come out. He takes out Sami Zayn or whatever the case may be. He aligns with Solo Sikoa. He don't give a shit anymore. He just wants to beat up Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Cody Rhodes, and it's Sami Zayn, who those two guys are really best friends, who will fight forever. And then the other interesting aspect is, will Dwayne The Rock Johnson, will he show up? Will the fun of us be in town in Vancouver for Survivor Series? Will he have a plan up his sleeve? Because I don't believe The Rock for one bit when he says he is not currently scheduled to work WrestleMania 41. Do not believe that report at all. I think it's fool's gold. I think he will be on the first Raw on Netflix. It will set up a storyline. There's speculation out there as to, could they do Cody Rhodes and The Rock on Netflix and The Rock take the Undisputed Championship from Cody Rhodes after interference from Randy Orton, costing Cody Rhodes. And then you get face Roman versus heel Rock, and you get face Cody versus heel Randy. That's a scenario you could go. I just think The Rock is too big to wrestle even on Netflix. I think that you want to save that for a WrestleMania appearance. I'm a big favor of them doing, Cody, Rock, Roman, the triple threat match. I obviously wanted Rock and Roman last year WrestleMania. I was okay with it. I was okay with Roman Reigns retaining the Undisputed Championship. I talked about it many times that really outside of his feud here with AJ Styles to kick off that championship run, Cody has not had a great championship reign, and it was my concern with him finishing his story at WrestleMania 40. But man, Sami Uso, the iconic, the OG bloodline, the bloodline that ran Friday Night SmackDown over on Fox when it was on Fox, now on USA Network, obviously, for years. Yeet Uso, Sami Uso, his family, the bloodline is back, and we are ending to a personal battle at War Games. And there's so many different storylines that could play out here. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Like that clip from the Brands World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brands World podcast right here on YouTube.